Hey, my Taurus babies. It is EJ from Tarot. Let me make sure my door's closed. Yes. How y'all doing? Everybody have a good weekend? Mine was weird, to say the least. Had a lot of problems uploading videos yesterday. So I decided I was going to go out last night. That's exactly what I did. And I am paying for it today. But that's all right. So this is a weekly update, Taurus. We're going to roll Monday through Monday. So tomorrow, August 19th, through next Monday, the 26th. What's going on? Let's see. Housekeeping chores. Thank you to everybody that has liked, shared, and subscribed. I appreciate you. For the month of August, I'm doing a special for subscribers. Get your $5 reading. If you float around through some of the videos, you will see what people have to say about their reading. So, we got to the 31st. Probably going to do this again around the holidays. So just watch out for that if you don't make this one. And so we're going to use 2 decks. We're going to do 2 for overall energy and then a card for each day, or actually 2 cards for each day, and 3 for guidance from the universe. All right, Taurus, let's see what we got going on here. So your overall for the next 7-8 days, foundation and achievements. The back end of your overall energy is trapped in fear. So for tomorrow, Monday the 19th, solitude. Tuesday, new beginnings. Wednesday, discontent and boredom. Thursday, love begins. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, spiritual union. Saturday, shadow. Sunday, patience and planning. And Monday, obstacles and challenges. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Okay, just making sure I got all my days here. Takes us right to the 26th. Overall energy from the bottom of the deck. The Fool card on top of foundation and achievements. And the wicked bitch of the swords, Queen of Swords, trapped in fear. Tomorrow, Princess of Wands, and the reminder I don't do reversals, I do my cards straight up, sorry. New beginnings, 8 of Cups, discontent and boredom. 3 of Coin, love begins. 5 of Coin, spiritual union. 8 of Wands, loud fast communication. 7 of Coin on the shadow, patience and planning, pulls the Lovers. And obstacles and challenges, pulls the 6 of Wands. Okay. And Scooby-Dooby-Doo. So our overall energy with the Fool and the foundation and achievements, I think I did this for another Taurus reading. I don't remember exactly which one, if it was a weekend or last week's weekly update. But I remember saying something to the effect of, it is time to walk away from the old and walk towards the sunshine. Yeah, and you're going to feel like a fool doing this. And this is your overall energy, because you know you're taking a huge risk. A lot of you are. This has got more to do with relationships. For a few of you, it might have to do with your job, your profession, school. But the majority of you, this is about relationships. Some of you are getting ready to, some of you have recently taken a huge risk, meaning you're dealing with somebody you don't normally deal with, type of person. There may be something different about whoever this new person is that is unknown to you, so it's kind of throwing you into uncharted territory as far as that. A lot of you may actually, you're like, you're saying that for, but it's real. A lot of you this may be a first time for you dating outside of your race. This is all good shit because it's pushing you outside of your little comfort zone of what you used to, what you want. And it's intriguing you because whoever the person is that we're talking about attached to this energy is different than you. There's something fundamentally different about them. They may speak another language, they may be from another culture, they may have a handicap, could be a variety of things, but you're feeling this. You know that you're trying to work on more than the achievements, your foundation. This is the Oracle card, Happy Family card. But you really are trying to work on your foundation and you're trying to manifest this whole little scenario right there, including the rainbow. So if you haven't gotten here yet, and if you haven't seen the other videos for Taurus, for us, it is about walking away from the old. I know a lot of you, me included, when I don't want to walk away from the old, I like it. Even though it's abusive, even though it's fucked up, even though it don't know how to communicate with you, it's old, it's comfortable. It's like my Nikes. I done had them for a while. They're raggedy, that's okay. They're comfortable. I'm not trying to buy another pair and break in another pair. I'm just trying to do that. But for real, if you want to do something better, you want to have something better, you want to manifest something better, and this is your overall energy. And you're feeling that. You're feeling that. The back end of it is, it's scared as fuck. What you want me to tell you? You scared. I'm scared. What you want me to say? You're scared. However, much as I don't like her, a lot of you are holding on to your boundaries, which is good, especially if you're trying to get into something new. And so you're kind of laying down the law. For a lot of you, if this is a new relationship you get ready to get into, you're having those discussions about what you like, what you don't like, what your turn-ons are, what your turn-offs are. That whole little conversation or set of conversations is where you are. And so this is the bottom end of your energy, and this is really where you are right now. You are scared because you are on that high wire. You know, and fall off that son of a bitch, if you will. That ain't cute. But know this. When you are walking towards something that you feel is good, even though it's different, you're not going to fall off. You're going to make it to the other side before you can blink your eye. But it's just the whole notion of you're walking away from all this comfort. I mean, just imagine all this back here, all the comfortable things that you know right now. And if you look at that, the way they painted the card, what you're walking towards is bigger. That little hill there is bigger. It looks bigger. It looks better. It's closer to the sun as far as I'm concerned. So it's no doubt that you're scared. This is probably the best thing that you can do, is make sure that you continue to stand up pretty much in your truth and start talking about what you will and will not have. I understand it's kind of funky with a new relationship, and however you need to finesse it, but really at the end of the day, that's what you're doing. You're laying out what I do and what I don't want. Some of you still have a little energy tied up with some exes, and you the same, it's going with that. You're trying to clear things up, and you're not trying to have a whole lot of bullshit attached to it, no pun intended. So you are pretty much laying down the line. You need to have your ass over here Thursday, get your shit. Come on now. Or I need to be at your house Friday morning so I can give you your shit. However that's working. But that's your overall energy. That's what, that back end is what's grounding you. Scared. Taking a risk, you've been doing some shit you ain't done. Just know that all is well. And for those of you that are hemming and hawing and straddling the fence, I know it ain't a good relationship, but I love him. You know what? Drop that shit. Because it's going to get worse. If you continue to stay in the old shit, I said this, I did this for someone I know very well in a reading last year. Didn't believe me. Told them this is what you need to do. And you have free will. You ain't got to take my word, nobody else's word for what you're doing. But there are some very real realities at play right now. And everything is changing. And nothing is really changing for a worse outcome. But you're moving towards something you don't know. When you deal with things that you don't know, it's scary. Fuck it, it's scary. It's scary. But walk away from the old, because if you continue to stay in the old shit, Remember that Uranus is in our sign. And like I said in another reading, I think for Taurus, you fuck around, Uranus is in retrograde motion right now, I think to the first of the year. You fuck around and play with that old energy, and you get to a 0 year, and you still fucking around with that old energy. And I've been through this once before, because I didn't do something I felt like I should have done, and I just held on to some old bullshit. When I got through that new cycle, I got my ass literally kicked, because I stayed too long. There were background situations I wasn't aware of, and I should have gone when I first felt like I should have been gone, which would have been a year probably sooner than I did leave. But oh no, didn't do it, and the situation got progressively worse until I actually walked the fuck away. So understand what I'm saying to you, and I'm not saying it to scare anybody, but you need to know it's just like old gasoline in a car. After a while, you let a car sit and you don't run it and it's got gas in it, that gas gets corrosive, more so than what it normally is. And so car won't start. It won't start. So you got to get with the new. I know y'all don't want to hear that and some other shit, but that's what it is. Tomorrow, with the Princess of Wands and the Solitude, a lot of you are needing to take a break. Kids going off to school, whole little scenario with children. If you have them, tomorrow is going to be a lot about that. It may be a good time for many of you to just take a break if you've been trying to get kids together. Once you get them together, get somewhere, sit down, have some coffee, have some tea, kind of regroup, refresh. If you like to read, find a pull some poems or something to read, just to kind of refresh your mind. A lot of you have been spinning your wheels for the past couple weeks, trying to get ready to go back to school yourself, trying to get your kids ready to go back to school, the whole nine. So take a moment tomorrow if you can. I know you have a lot to do. We all do. But try to take a minute. And some of you may be getting ready to travel. So in your solitude at some point, maybe not even tomorrow, this week sometime, if you're thinking about traveling somewhere, this is a good time to check it out, do some research, get some information. Everything in the world right now is not stable, so some places are better to go than others. Just a reminder on that. But anytime this week, because it may not, this energy and time are fluid, so it may not be tomorrow, it might be Thursday, but whenever you get a minute, you may want to just sit down. If you're thinking about traveling, going somewhere else for vacation next year, now's a good time to do the research for that. On Tuesday, New Beginnings and Eight of Cups. Once again, and that is sitting underneath. Can y'all see that? Yeah, y'all can. So this is New Beginnings and Eight of Cups. Here's your overall energy right there, the foundation with the Fool card. Same thing that we're saying. You're trying to get off of the rocky onto solid ground, really. You're trying to rise above. And what did I just say? That new beginning is going to help you do that. It's just that simple. If for those of you that aren't in relationships, this is about changing up your routine, evaluating and reviewing what your belief systems are, and thinking about what kind of things you want to do in the future. If you're trying to make an impact on something, this has got a lot to do with that as well. But for most of you, this is going to have to do with relationships. So Tuesday is the day that is pegged, but it could be any time this week. You may start, and this is kind of going back to tomorrow's energy of traveling, you may start making plans to get into this new situation. I'm looking at Wednesday's energy with the Three of Coins, sitting on top of the discontent and boredom. Again, it's about making plans, but that discontent, not so much the boredom part, the discontent. A lot of you are tired of dealing with the same bullshit you've been dealing with. I'm just saying, you're just tired. Hell, I'm just sick of dealing with this shit. You got to go. And it may be you're in a situation where there really isn't anything wrong, but there really isn't anything right. There's that boredom piece. It's more about the discontent. It's time to start making some plans. For those of you that have already bypassed this energy and you've already decided you're not going to be discontent anymore, it is very much about the plans. the plans, and that's the theme for the week: plans, making plans. When you get to Wednesday, it may be good if you're still in your old relationship and you haven't gotten out of it yet for whatever reason. It may be a good time to look at what's going on in your relationship. Are you happy? Are your needs being met? If they are, you can cut the film off now and move on and watch another reading. But if you got that little thing in the back of your spine kind of going, not happy with this really, it's a good time to start making plans, start thinking about moving forward, and getting into something else or someone else. And it may mean some of you may need to get a makeover because you haven't been out there for a while. Dating game has definitely changed in 10 years and 5 years, 2 years, because technology is changing. So however that energy is playing for you, whatever day this week, feel like you are just you're not doing anything. Even though you may not see anyone around you that's new, you may still be thinking about getting out of your current relationship because it's just not meeting your needs. When we get to Thursday, the 5 of coins, it's for another group of you. When you walk away from that bullshit, that's when you get to the good shit. One more time. When you walk away from that bullshit, that's when the good shit begins. I know a lot of you in situations that you really are trying to wrap up. It's difficult to dealing with human beings and emotions. It's difficult to just get up and go away somewhere and not having met any of your goals as far as the relationship is concerned, because you have to leave it. But the thing is, you have to do what's good for you. And this is our energy. It's coins, pentacles. So this is very much about bye, not working, and understanding the new shit might be there, but it ain't gonna kick in good till you let this commitment go. Whatever you got in your head going on, let it go. Just let it go. Keep it moving. Other person might, want to still, especially if you're dealing with old love that has just been on the shade move. They ain't done shit right. Everything's been funky, and you haven't made any progress. So this is for people maybe that have been in a relationship less than 2 years, and you just ain't making no forward movement for whatever reason. Just know you got to let this one completely go for that one. That's one card. Can you see it? Yeah. It's one up there at the top. Let that 5 go so you can get to that one. I'm just saying, however it's resonating with you. And it may not be anything more serious than just really clearing your mind of the other person. If you're still thinking about the other person, if you're still dealing with the other person, you can still be dealing with somebody and not have that connection with them. So it's really about you mentally going, okay, I'm done, and move on. Spiritual union with the 8 of Wands. Those of you that are in newer relationships, brand new, kind of new, expect a lot of fast communication. And I'm not going to just say for Thursday or Friday. I'm going to say for the whole week. But understand the communication that you have. This is helping bond you together. So there's some emotional shit there with that cup, very much so. But this is the kind of communication that binds you. So this is less texting, more email type shit, where you got meat and potatoes in your message. This is what I want. This is what I'm looking for. When are you coming to see me? When am I coming to see you? That kind of energy could be any day this week. But just be mindful that communication you're having with that person is binding you and bonding you together. So just know that. The shadow, the 7 of coins, you're trying to achieve more and do more, but you may, on the back end of that, have to deal with some of your demons. How come you didn't achieve this earlier? How come you didn't nurture it earlier? You just finding out about it, were you blind to it? Whatever it is, because it could be a lot of things. But the thing is, you're trying to understand, when you're dealing with old and new, you kind of Those of you that know anything about fishing know what brackish water is. It's that water that's in the middle of fresh water and salt water. It's kind of a mix. When you got two things, you got an old thing and a new thing. You're trying to let go of the old thing. You're trying to get on with the new thing. Sometimes, not even sometimes, usually you have to face some demons there. Because you have to deal with the fact that you have an old person. What about that relationship didn't work? And face your fears. You got to face your fears. I know everybody's like, wait, shut up. But that's real. To get more achievement, to get further, it's almost like this 5 of coins on top of the love begins. You got to walk away from some shit, and you also have to deal with some shit. You have to deal with your demons and the things that scare you. You know, why are you afraid to get into a new relationship? Get into the patience and planning with the Lover's card. That's exactly what it is. Lovers, being patient and planning. Understanding the sacrifice. Understanding the commitment. Understanding everything you see in that little picture right there. All that goes into, this is not just about you becoming lovers. It's about the act of being lovers and everything that entails. And that ain't no small feat. A lot of things that go into that. And those of you that may be moving to another place or thinking about moving to another place, same thing. It's about patience and planning. So when it comes to affairs of the heart, particularly those of you trying to get to another level with someone, it's going to take a little time. It's going to take a little planning. When we get to next Monday's energy, the obstacles and challenges, reaching higher goals, it's just that. You're going to have some obstacles. Some of this, for some of you, may be about work. It's what I say about this card. Do not stop. It's an obstacle. It ain't no damn mountain. It's an obstacle. It's something that's in the way. You either have to pick it up and move it or work through it. Keep walking forward. Do not stop just because you have a challenge and then you don't feel like being bothered with the challenge. That's not how this is going to go. You got to deal with these challenges. You got to deal with your demons. Just saying. Get to those higher goals. You're going to have obstacles and challenges. You know, shit. And I'm being funny, but for real, if you were a short person and you're trying to get on this big ass horse, is that or is that not an obstacle and a challenge? It is. But you're going to get up on that horse. So whatever you need to do to get up on the horse, no matter how short or tall you are, that's what you're going to do. So that said, when you encounter the obstacles, keep walking. Keep walking. So what? The board is cut in the middle. Is that so much room that you can't just do a big giant step? Is there another way around it? There's always loopholes and another way around something. You may not see it. You may have to sit down and think about it. But there are always a way around obstacles and challenges. Most times, and what most people really don't want to do is to think about getting their self out of whatever obstacle or out of whatever challenge, because it's a process. And again, it's 9 years, a process year. So you're going to have some obstacles and challenges trying to get to your higher goals, especially if you're trying to get another job or get a promotion on your job. You expect to encounter them, but that does not give you the go-ahead to stop. It just doesn't. You have to keep going. Those of you getting into newer relationships, and for some of you this is busy work, because I'm looking at everybody on here's doing something. On a horse, watering flowers, walking away, looking at the map, getting off the cups, working hard. Everybody, this is a busy week. This is a busy week, especially where relationships are concerned. For some of you, where work is concerned, it's going to be busy. Keep your focus, people. Keep your focus. You know what you want. You know what you want to do. Plan your work and work your plan. That's how that goes. For some of you, the newer stuff, the newer aspects of relationships with a new person, you know, it may be challenging. You're dealing with somebody that maybe is dealing with things a little differently than you, maybe comes from a different culture, maybe has some kind of handicap, however that's resonating with you. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult, but it's not impossible. I mean, difficult usually for most people means it's not going to happen right away. So you're going to have things that you have to do in order to get to that next level. But y'all can mess around if you want to. Tomorrow is August 19th. I remember very clearly January 2nd of this year. And it wasn't that long ago. So, you can just think, wait 4 months. Yeah, the hell, it's 4 months. 6 months. You can do it. You just did however many months you got behind you. So, it is what it is. Don't get frustrated and don't get overwhelmed. There's probably two biggest things I can tell you. Don't get frustrated. Don't get overwhelmed. Keep doing what you're doing. If you have a plan, work it. You're trying to move away from something to something else. It takes time. It takes a little bit of finesse. But you're there. I don't see anything negative here indicating that anything is not what it should be. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Let's see what the universe has for guidance. You're the boss. Accept the gifts of the universe. Name your higher self. And call your angels. I don't know what you want me to say about this. You're the boss. You don't have to be trapped in fear if you don't want to. Matter of fact, you don't have to do anything you don't want to. You're the boss. You are the boss. Free will is always at play. So with that said, those of you moving into newer relationships, you got the upper hand in this one right now. Power shifts constantly, but right now you got the upper hand. You are the boss. So remember that. I'm not saying that, so you can just bullet around and swish your tail and, snort and fart and shit and act like you the end all be all. No, not what I'm saying. You're the boss. You control your direction. You control how you manifest things, whether you believe it or not. What you think is what you get. You keep thinking negative shit, I promise you're going to get negative shit. Just remember, you're the boss. Accept the gifts of the universe. Some of you are not looking at the whole picture or looking at what you have to work with. So accept the gifts of the universe. If you don't know, take a look around you. Take a look around you. Some of you have been given an out on something, and you may not even realize it. That's a gift from the universe. I'm just saying. You may be looking at a deficit or a deficiency of some sort as being less than. It might actually be a gift from the universe. I'm just saying. Think about it. Call on your angels. Y'all struggling, trying to achieve shit. This fell on the shadow and the 7 of coins, dealing with your demons. Who else you dealing with demons? Who else you gonna call on? I'm just saying. Call them. Your fears. Nobody is crazy. We all have fears. I'm getting ready to jump into some shit. I'm scared to death. I'm just saying. But that shouldn't keep me from doing what I want to do as far as achieving things. I've got demons that I need to face. Call your angels. That's what they're there for. Name your higher self. Manifesting. Name your higher self. Where do you want to be in a year? Who do you want to be with? What do you want to be doing? Where do you want to be living? Name your higher self. Call it now. Claim it. In good Church of God Christians, what they tell you, claim it. Claim your victory now. There you go. Name your higher self. And then start walking towards that higher self. Whatever it is, whatever you're trying to manifest, name your higher self, claim it, and start walking towards it. I love you, Taurus. I hope y'all have a good week. I'm going to be back with a bunch of stuff. Take your time, Taurus. Don't rush through this energy. I'm struggling just like you are. I want shit today. I know it ain't coming to January, but I want it today. It's all right. It's all good. Everything is good. Take your time. Do the things that you know you need to do to make this happen. I love you guys. Bye.